Hello, welcome to Web of Stories. My name is Melinda, and this is the computer's making noise. This is the second time I have filmed this. This is the last part of my June TBR. I realized after I filmed it that I left some books off. So the fact that I have this spread over 3 videos should let you know that my June is really booked. And also I may still be doing a couple buddy reads. We'll see. We'll see. But the first chunk of books that I have on my TBR are for Read Historical Fiction 2025, which is a historical fiction readathon that I am co-hosting. And I will do a quick run through of all the books that are on there. You can see that video if you want to get more into detail about those books, that these are on my TBR. There we go. And then I am also co-hosting Big Book Summer this year, which I have two, well, this qualifies as a big book, and then I have another big book here that I actually mentioned in my Big Book Summer Pile of Possibilities video, but that's also kind of my TBR. So then what's left I have here. It's going to be a busy month, guys. So let me get started, and I'm going to get started. The first 3 books I have are for sort of my own booktube sort of projects. And the first one is I read an Agatha Christie every month, and I'm doing it in roughly publication order. So the next book up on the docket is we are finally going back to Miss Marple, and we are going to A Murder is Announced. Now I have read 2 Miss Marple novels. I have read the complete short stories of Miss Marple, and then I have read that collection that they did a year or 2 ago where they had other writers write Miss Marple books. Also, I just learned this, so probably everybody knew that, but in case you didn't, you know how Sophie Hannah has been writing Perrault books? Well, apparently Lucy Foley is going to be writing Marple books. FYI. Anyway, let me read the synopsis of this. The villagers of Chipping Cleghorn are agog with curiosity when the Gazette advertises a murder is announced and will take place on Friday, October 29th at Little Paddocks at 6:30 p.m. A childish joke, a spiteful hoax. Unable to resist the mysterious invitation, the locals arrive at Little Paddocks at the appointed time when, without warning, the lights go out and a gun is fired. When they come back on, a gruesome scene is revealed. An impossible crime. Only Miss Marple can unravel it. So that is A Murder is Announced. And the next one I have is for The Bard Room, which is my Shakespeare project to read all of Shakespeare. Now, we didn't do a draw for this one because we had decided last year we were going to do this particular play in June because that is the month to do it in, and that is A Midsummer Night's Dream. I've already done a video on this, so I will link that. If you want to join us, if you've always wanted to join us but didn't know where to start, this one is a good place to start. This is a very accessible play. It's fun. There's lots of adaptations to watch if you want to go that way. It's just a fun play. Read A Midsummer Night's Dream. And I would say this is one of the biggies. I'll talk more about that when I do my wrap up of this. And then my third one is for Classics Catch Up, which is, I started it this year, but I think I'm going to keep it going until the well runs dry. But I've identified 6 classic novels that I felt like I should have read by now, but have not. Previously this year, I have read Passing by Nella Larson, which was okay, and Madame Bovary, which was 5 stars. And in June, I will be reading, and this is a group read, and you're welcome to join us if you'd like, The Grapes of Wrath by John Steinbeck. We are doing a group read on Voxer starting on June 2nd. So if you'd like to join us, just let me know. Give me your Voxer information. My contact information is down below, so you can even just give me a contact on Voxer. That's fine. I have loved every John Steinbeck I've read, without fail. Like, John Steinbeck is the thing for me. But I haven't actually read that much John Steinbeck. So this is considered his greatest, I guess. So it's time to read The Grapes of Wrath. And again, if you'd like to join us, let me know. Okay, so the next books are ones that I'm doing for various book clubs. And I do not actually have copies of any of these with me, so they'll be up here. And the first one is for my Marginalized Authors book group, and we will be finally, this book has been on our possibility list since we started. And we finally are getting to it. And that is Detransition Baby by Torrey Peters. I can't explain the plot to this. Like, the plot's been explained to me and I don't get it. Not in a bad way. I just think I need to read the book. So yeah, you can look up the plot to Detransition Baby. I'm really looking forward to this book. I've only heard good things about it. I have it on hold in print at the library, and I did just put the ebook on hold because most of the stuff I'm reading is on print and I need to move some to ebook. Speaking of which, I will not be reading this particular copy of The Grapes of Wrath. I have it on ebook. This is my I want it to look nice on my shelf copy. Although the print is a nice size, so I could read it. I'm just not going to because I have too many print books going. So I'm hoping, doesn't look like it, but I'm hoping that Detransition Baby comes to me in time. Actually, I should check my other library and see if they have it. That would be good. Comes to me in time in the ebook so I can read it that way. So I can not, that can be one less print book to read. And then the next one I do not have because I pre-ordered the paperback. And the paperback is coming out after, it's coming out May 27th, which is probably, I think after you see this, I don't know when this video is going out, but we're not at May 27th as I'm filming this. And this is The Grief Keeper by Alexandra Villasante. And I have this pulled up here. Let me read a little bit of it. This is a YA novel. 17-year-old Marisol has always dreamed of being American, learning what Americans in the US are like from television and Mrs. Rosen, an elderly expat who had employed Marisol's mother as a maid. When she pictured an American life for herself, she dreamed of a life like Amy and Amber's, the title characters of her favorite American TV show. She never pictured fleeing from her home in El Salvador under threat of death and stealing across the U.S. border as an illegal. But after her brother is murdered and her younger sister Gabby's, this is very timely, guys. Her younger sister Gabby's life is also placed in equal jeopardy. She has no choice, especially because she knows everything is her fault. If she had never fallen for the charms of a beautiful girl named Liliana, Pablo might still be alive. Her mother wouldn't be in hiding, and she and Gabby wouldn't have been caught crossing the border. So very timely. Also, this works for Pride Month, which is good because we'll get to that. So I'm looking forward to that. I'm just waiting for the print copy to come. And then I have the Book Naturalist book, which is A Sting in the Tail by Dave Goulson. I cannot read my writing. Now, I have 3 books behind Book Naturalist Book Club. I have Fathoms over there. I have whatever the one for May was over there, and I haven't read them yet. So really my goal is to read a Book Naturalist Book Club this month, book club book this month. It might not be this one. But I have this one on hold, so we'll see. We'll see how that works out. The Bio Library does not have this in ebook, so I'm going to have to read the print. Okay, now the 2 books that I forgot are both Pride books, and I feel really bad that I forgot about them. And I'm going to say I can only probably commit to reading one of these because of so much I've got going on. And of the 2, the one I'm more likely to read is Arthur and Teddy Are Coming Out by Ryan Love, only because I have the ebook of this. As I said, I have a lot of print going, so whatever I can do on ebook helps. I got this off a sale, like a Black Friday sale or a Cyber Monday sale. I had heard about it from Greg at Supposedly Fun. He really loved this book. But I was under the impression, and it may have been when he spoke about that this was the case, that it wasn't available in the United States. So I was really surprised to see it on sale on Kobo. So I snatched it up, holding it for June. And this is about I think about a grandfather and a grandson who come out at the same time. Sounds delightful. So that's an option. The other one I have is one that I do really want to read. It's just, it has so many print books going. And that is Lavender House by Lev Rosen. This is a mystery. It's also historical, so it would count for read historical fiction. But Lavender House, 1952. The family seat of recently deceased matriarch Irene Lamontagne, head of the famous Lamontagne soap empire. This estate offers a unique freedom where none of the residents or staff hide who they are. That's Lavender House. But to keep their secret, they've needed to keep others out, and now they're worried that keeping a murderer in. Irene's widow hires Evander Mills to uncover the truth behind her mysterious death. Andy, recently fired from the San Francisco police after being caught on a raid in a gay bar, is happy to accept. Evander, Andy. I was confused there. Sorry. His secret is one that the Lamontagnes understand. So that's what that is. Now I figured out Andy comes from Evander. Okay. Got it. So I would like to get to this one. We're going to see how it goes. So that is the remainder of my TBR. Link down below. I have my Midsummer Night's Stream announcement thing for Bard Room. I have my Read Historical Fiction 2025 TBR, and I will also link my Big Book Summer pile of possibilities. It's going to be a busy summer, but I'm so looking forward to it. There's so many good books. So let me know what you think of those. If you'd like to join us in the Grapes of Wrath read along, let me know. I'll add you to the Voxer group. Like, subscribe. I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.